You, what a great game, man, Sulesh. I mean, last 12 months, 14 months have been brilliant, brilliant for Indian cricket. We have won T20 World Cup, Men's T20 World Cup, Champions Trophy. That Asia Cup was close. And now I think this is, I think the most precious because women team has made a lot of progress in the last 10 years, but somehow they were not able to sort of conquer the last stage. And today was the day, man. Tonight was the night. I mean, hats off to them. I mean, the way they have performed, the way Harmanpreet has led the team. How do you express this feeling, man?
No, I mean, just so elated, right? And so happy for them. I mean, to win an ODI World Cup, it's so precious. And what we have been in the finals two times earlier, we have lost. Third time lucky, as they say. And what a performance. Not really good in the beginning part of the tournament, but what a comeback, beating Australia like that and beating this South African team. I mean, I don't know there's no words to say, right? I mean, and then everybody has performed at different times, different moments. You had players put up their hand. Even today, they didn't. The spinners came into the fore. I mean, it is proper all-round performance. And if you talk of all-round performance, right, what a performance from Deepti Sharma, right? I mean, 5 4 and a 50 in a World Cup final. How many players can talk of that, man?
No, man, I was lucky enough to sort of have a quick 20-second, 30-second chat with her
Yeah,
a few months
I
ago during
remember.
the WPL. And, little did I know that she is going to be the orchestrator of this tournament. I'm pretty sure she's going to win both player of
Yeah,
the match as well as the player of the tournament without an inch of doubt. I mean, Laura has
correct.
done her part, but I think the way Deepthi has performed throughout the tournament, I think it's pretty amazing. I think Suresh, what was different from from the previous years was the way Indian team carried themselves out in the semi-final. A couple of nights ago in again in the same venue. I think the way they carried there, that they finished the game. They did not falter, and again today again that they proved that this is not the same team which played in 2017, right? Where we
Yeah.
somehow were not able to sort of close the game. 36 required of 42 with a 7 wickets in hand, I think, and we still managed to somehow choke over there. But this time around, I think the way India started with the bat, they were cautious for the first couple of overs. Then the way Shafali Verma, who was a replacement, called last minute because Pratika, who's been playing so well in the tournament, sort of missed out. And the way she played today, along with Smriti, you could feel that their sense of calmness, some degree of calmness, because it was not, otherwise it is like all ruckus out there, usually with the Indian women's team, especially in the crunch situations. But I think the way they handle their nerves, throughout the game, especially in the first half, the way these guys batted, and after that, even they had a lot of small partnerships and Deepthi, like you mentioned, and that finish by Richa Ghosh. I think 299 was always going to be tricky in this, in the World Cup final.
No, you're right. And Shafari Verma, right? What a time to put up your best batting performance and your best bowling performance. I mean, the World Cup final, right? Hats off. I mean, hats off to the team. I think, like you said, right? It once you reach the semis and the finals, see, all the teams who come through here are really good on talent. That's a given, right? It's all about how you handle pressure, and that was seen both in the semis as well as the finals. The calmness which they approached both these matches was unbelievable. It's like, yes, it's a purpose. We have a purpose. The purpose is to win the trophy at home. Nothing else matters. And they were so calm, so focused. Even today, I mean, like you said, right? Yeah, I questioned it. I thought, okay, maybe it's a subpar total. Are they down 20, 30 runs? But you could see that they knew that this is not the same pitch that has played the same finals. It is slightly different. Maybe a 300 score is enough. Let's not go for this highest scorer and play rash shots and lose wickets. Keep the wickets. In the end, whatever score we get, like you mentioned in the break as well, the spinners will come into play. And exactly that happened, right? 8 wickets fell to spinners. So they always trusted their spinners. So that was never a problem. Just putting in a decent score, not getting too carried away. Don't look at a 330, 340 again. Focus on the target, focus on the pitch, focus on the moment, and brilliant. I mean, yes, there were a bit iffy moments towards the end in the fielding, but otherwise, I felt that even the fielding, the runouts, they're all really perfect on bang on today.
Absolutely, Sulesh. I mean, probably they were a little casual in the end when
Yeah,
Jemmy dropped that one. Renuka also dropped a couple of chances. But I think
right.
otherwise, I think they were right on point with respect to the fielding as well. When they came out to defend that 300, 299 rather, they were women, on a purpose. And you could see that they never let the pressure get onto them. And the way they fielded, the way Jemima Rodriguez carried herself in the field, that run out by Amanjot Kaur, early in the innings. I think it was top notch. Even the catch which Amanjot took, after a couple of sort of attempts. I
Fumbles,
think
yeah.
it was fabulous.
Yeah,
This I mean, the way they carried their nerves is something I'm really proud of. And because you see the talent is always there,
yeah,
it's not a fluke that they have been consistently beating the likes of England, Australia, but somehow when it came to the crunch moment, when it came to the semis and finals of an ICC tournament, they used to fall short somehow. But in this tournament, I think the way they held their nerves, the hats off to the coaching staff and as well. Though you have Muzumdar, who have been a
yeah,
legend for the Indian domestic side, and I'm sure he had a part to play with respect to conditioning, because these are the same guys, pretty much the same guys who played the tournament a few years ago, right? Most of these guys were like the likes of Jemima, Smriti, Harman. I think they have been there in the system for quite some time. You look at Rohit Sharma now, man. He has tears in his eyes. I just saw that. The visuals. I think it means a lot, and kudos to these guys as well. The likes of Lakshman, Rohit, they were here throughout the game. To support the girls, the crowd as well. Fabulous. I think this is gonna be a turning point with respect to Indian women cricket. We saw WPL as one of the key factors wherein probably more interest started to come in women's cricket. Obviously, the performance also sort of dictate the terms, and Indian women have been performing consistently for the last so many years. But I think with this win, I think we are gonna see a lot more things around women cricket, a lot more young girls. A
yeah.
lot more media agencies, a lot more advertisers. They are gonna definitely flock towards Indian women's cricket.
No, you're right. And I mean, a lot of young girls and young boys as well, right? I mean, they're all in that stand. They're all seeing the Indian team lift that World Cup, right? It didn't happen for the men's team in 2023. We couldn't lift it. And this is sort of, a calm, a balm to the wounds, right? That, yes, at home we could lift a trophy, a 50-over trophy. It's so important, right? And like you said, right, the money has been coming through women's cricket, right? That's not been a problem. The fame has been coming through women's cricket. A lot of these are now superstars. Smriti Mandana is probably one of the biggest stars in world cricket right now, and so is Jemima, so is Harmanpreet. They're all big stars now. But it's the trophy it's eluding, right? And for any cricketer, we know that silverware is the most important. That's what they play for. Winning that cup for India is what they play for, and that's finally achieved. So I think women's cricket, like you said, is now at a pedestal where it can only go up now. I mean, it's yes, we have the riches now. Now we can proudly say we are a World Cup winning team. Yes, it's now a time to begin the dominance, right? Australia has won this 7 times, and England has won this 4 times. Maybe it's the start of India's dominance. A lot of these guys are sub 30. They have the team to build up for the next World Cup for sure. Easily, this team, a lot of these players will play the next World Cup as well. So I think it's a time to build up a team now for the next World Cup. But even what I mean, enjoy the moment, right? This is a World Cup
Yeah.
after so many years, 40 years of playing cricket. We have seen people like Shanta Rangaswamy on the stage. So a lot of these ex-cricketers who played so much and who never got the trophy, seeing being there, and even Rohit Sharma, who didn't win the trophy right himself, being there. It's such a wonderful moment for every Indian. I mean, every Indian and every Indian woman cricket fan. Yeah,
Yeah. I think with that, we've got Shefali Verma as the player of the match. We expected it to be Deepthi, but I think fair call because the way Shefali led the attack, top of the order, and so got somehow managed to get those two crucial wickets. I think that was purely instinct call by Harmanpreet Kaur. You had,
yeah,
Radha Yadav probably not in the best of form today, so she wanted to try, and I mean, these are the gambles which need to go your way if
yeah.
you have to end up sort of being on the winning side. We have seen this with MS so many times, and I'm glad Harman took that call and it paid off for us for India. I mean, let's talk about one more thing. I think I touched upon this: the crowd. Post that 2023 World Cup final, where I mean, obviously the Indian team did not perform as per the expectation. You were there in the crowd as part of the crowd as well, but somehow I think people had some hard feelings with that crowd as well, wherein they were not able to sort of push, motivate the player, get behind the players that much. But I think there is no doubt about this Mumbai crowd, man. Mumbai has always been I think we touched upon this on the last episode as well, that Mumbai and Chennai probably are the two venues wherein you have got the most educated crowd, and the crowd which respects the game of the cricket, the spirit of the cricket as well. You saw that when Laura got to her 100, everyone was off their feet and clapping, acknowledging the effort put in by her. So I mean, that's a wonderful thing, and I think going ahead, a lesson for BCCI as well. Probably choose the venues where you can build on the legacy and probably have those kind of venues in important tournaments.
Yeah, and I mean, whatever said and done, right? Mumbai has a vested interest, right? You have Smriti Mandana, who's from Mumbai. You have Jemima, who's from Mumbai. You have Harmanpreet Kaur, who's captain of Mumbai Indians team, women's team, right? So it's that team knows this team very well, right? The entire Mumbai crowd knows this team very well. They have their interest in it. And like you said, right? It's because a WPL has been nurtured there. A lot of those players are nurtured there. They understand that this. They understand a lot of these people who are playing for the Indian women's team as well. So I think yes, rightly said. I'm happy the match was held in Mumbai. Atmosphere is unbelievable, right? I mean, electric is nothing. Is nothing. You have words to describe these feelings, but I think whatever happened in Ahmedabad, it happened. But rightly that the trophy is being lifted in Mumbai. I mean, the home of Indian cricket.
With that, I think we have got the official announcement that Deepti Sharma is the player of the tournament. And what a player, man! What a player! You got someone of that caliber who can consistently pick up wickets in the middle overs, in the power play, in the
Yeah,
death overs, and she can get those crucial runs at number four, number five, number six. She is like a floater. I mean, and she's pretty young as well. You know, in her mid
yeah,
twenties. So
yeah.
what a talent, man! What a talent! She's a generational talent for sure. I think she has been guilty of being a little slow, with respect to running between the wickets. Probably she need to probably work on a bit on fitness part as well. But keeping that aside, I think what she's a generational talent, once in a decade kind of talent.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the stats. I think 2,000 runs and 150 wickets. I think there are only four women cricketers in the history of the game to have achieved that. And like you said, in sub 30 age, she's already reached that milestone. I mean, unbelievable cricketer to have. And whenever you're in stress, whenever you're in tension, give it to her. And it's so accurate, right? It doesn't turn, she doesn't turn the ball much. It's almost reminiscent of a Sehwag type. It's more of line and length, get the accuracy, and she will strike. And again, what a player as well. I mean, never really falls under stress. Uh, Plays the situation and very talented player. Hats off. I mean, hats off to the team to build that player like this, and she surely perform more for India in the future.
Yeah, more than 200 runs at an average of around 30 and 22 wickets, man, goes along
In
with
this,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, that shows the impact. And, over the last couple of years, I think she has developed her power game as well because earlier she was all about depth, singles, double touch. But I think she has built on that as well. And that's what it shows, with respect to the players. Saw the way Shefali Verma batted. She used to be more of a power play player, but again, the way she batted in the middle overs today, I think was phenomenal. And I think this team. Uh, I know. I think Kapil Dev has also mentioned, and a lot they've been. We as Indians have tendency to do a lot of comparisons, but the kind of impact which that 1983 World Cup victory brought into Indian cricket, the kind of impact that 2007 T20 World Cup victory got the T20 cricket environment in India with the IPL and everything. I think this one is gonna be do the same for women's cricket in India without an inch of doubt.
yeah, no doubt. And like, I mean, I think, like I said, that people always question that how much money is being put into women's cricket. That questioning will stop now. I mean, yes, they have brought the silverware. Now it's just go on to build that team now. I mean, dominate now women's cricket, and they can. They have the talent for that. It's like even BCCI right now, there is a pay parity. Yes, the annual contracts are different, but there is a pay parity between men's and women's. It's all a step in the right direction. Women's cricket is getting a lot of attention. WPL, a lot of money is flowing into cricket. Now push that money towards development of the structure, the system, get in the younger age group as well. And a lot of youngsters are now going to be inspired, right? Like how badminton, you had Saina Nehwal and Sindhu inspire a generation of younger women badminton players. The same thing is going to happen in cricket now. I mean, so many youngsters are going to come through, and it's going to be a golden generation of women's cricket for sure.
Without a doubt, man. I think this is gonna start a Kranti, as they say.
Yeah,
Reminds me of Kranti God as well. She has had a good tournament as well. I think let's talk about the other side. South Africa, have been fabulous throughout the tournament. Had their share of luck. Heart. I mean, once again, the final moment they faltered. But I think the way they played throughout the tournament, especially their captain, man. I mean, she's been unbelievable. Record-breaking session for her. To 2025, she has been untouchable, unbelievable. Any thoughts on the effort put in by South African team and especially Laura Walbert?
yeah.
I,
No,
I
you're
call
right. I
her
mean,
Voldemort.
oh yeah, she was like that today for sure. Yeah. No, like we were discussing on chat as well. As long as she's there, they were upper hand. Whatever said and done, because she was timing the ball phenomenally, and she had a brilliant innings in the semi-final as well. almost
Yeah.
got the team through today as well. I mean, what a captain, what a leader, and that's how leaders should be, right? Unfortunately, the team, the players around her couldn't rally up to her, but I mean, just feeling really sad for them. Feeling bad for Mazen Cap as well. What a player, right? I mean, one of the greatest all-rounders of women cricket. Or single-handedly, I mean, her bowling got them through the last match, but unfortunately, this time around, both batting and bowling failed her, you can say. But very, very good effort. Again, a young squad. I think they'll come back stronger. I don't think you will continue seeing the dominance of Australia and England like you've seen these years of women cricket. Right? There is a really good competition coming through. There's a good competition coming through from New Zealand. I think all these 4-5 teams will now continue building up a legacy, and it won't be a 1-2 Australia England dominance anymore.
Yeah, for sure. I think they were the runners up in the T20 World Cup, where they lost to New Zealand in the finals.
Yeah.
And yet again, the consistency is there. It's somehow the pressure or the nerves to sort of go pass through that final line. I think we as Indians have seen that enough for the last 10, 12 years. Where finally we were able to sort of get rid of that trend in the last year's T20 World Cup, where Rohit Sharma and his men lifted a trophy. But I think that this is definitely going to be the stepping stone. uh, so I think presentation is about to start, where players are gonna collect their medals and everything. Let's watch that, and let's enjoy the moment. I think it's a beautiful moment, and we have been waiting for this for so many years. We saw that 2017 heartbreak. I was in the college fair back then, wherein we needed some 36 or 42, and we thought everybody thought that okay, we are winning this one, and then somehow we managed to lose that one as well. Uh, yeah. Any final thoughts, Sulesh, before we? I don't want to talk about the Australia India game which happened today, because I think it's trivial.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's stick to
No,
this
no.
this amazing
Yeah,
title.
yeah, a lot of players who even commentated. Mitali Raj, Anjum Chopra, Julian Goswami, all these people who have played so well for India in the audience as well. For all of them, also the victory means so much to that generation as well, right? Who was seen it so close, almost had it. 2005 also they lost, 2017 they lost, but and I mean, or even that generation will feel so proud now. And I mean, personally, I really want to start watching a lot more women's cricket. I think we both will start covering women's cricket as well, because it's only going to go upwards now, and they need all the support possible. So we'll definitely do that. And as of now, let's just go and soak in and enjoy the celebrations. Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep. Thank you so much, Sulesh.
Yes.
Congratulations to everyone who's been
Yeah.
watching and supporting us. Do enjoy this moment, and do support the women's cricket. I think we have a fairly long way to go from here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.